Hi everybody! Happy Saturday. Welcome to Steam It Up Saturday here on Junk Drawer Art with Miss Riley. I'm Miss Riley and this is my special assistant, John, and we are here today. We were planning on doing shaving cream paint today, and I know I might have mentioned that in our last episode, but actually John and I realized that we didn't have any foaming shaving cream. So we're gonna have to get some the next time we go to the store. So we'll be doing that in another Saturday or two. Don't worry, it's not gone. It's just gonna be held up. So today we decided to show some really cool watercolor techniques. Watercolor paints are paints that use water to paint. So it is the pigment, and sometimes it is in a liquid form. So the color is suspended already in water. It's in a bucket, or not a bucket, a little squeezy bottle you can squeeze out. Or most of the time, it comes in this kind of little set, and we call these cakes, or watercolor cakes, and you have to use water to activate them. So I always have all my kids know, if you're from Of Course and you're watching this, I have a very picky watercolor technique, and John knows it too. It's this technique. You have to first dip your brush in the water, you have to wipe it on the side, and then that is not the last step. Because if you dip your brush straight into your paint, it's gonna have too much what on it? Too much water, and your paint's gonna look all runny and gross. So you have to dab it. My kids love that, of course, dabbing. So you have to dab it on the paper towel, then you can dip it into your paint, and you'll have a nice, like, vibrant color. And John and I, the paper that we're using today, this is painting paper just because I'm an art teacher and I have it, but you can paint on any paper that you would like. I actually, for these cool effects we're gonna do, I don't recommend the shiny watercolor paper. It doesn't seem to do as well. White printer copy paper is fine, construction paper, anything like that. So this is just a really thick paper. It actually has a really nice texture to it, you can kind of see. So there's my painting that I did. So today John and I are gonna experiment with some different techniques and fun things you can do with watercolor. So the first thing I'm going to show you is the crayon trick. Are you ready to do the crayon trick? So the crayon trick, crayons are made of wax, and wax repels water and watercolors. So if I take my crayon, you can do it with any color, but white makes it, on your paper, Goofy. White makes it exciting because it's almost like a secret message that appears. All right, now dip your brush. Let's get our paint. So we dip, wipe, dab. Okay, wipe it on the sides. Wipe it on the side. Remember, up on the edge. Wipe it and then dab it. Okay, then choose your color. I knew it. And then paint over your crayon and see what happens.
I don't see my paint.
Right there. So you will see, you can dip back in. You only have to wet your brush again if you're switching colors. That it forms like a really cool resist look to it, and anything that you colored in crayon will repel the water away. Mom. Oh, look at your lines.
Now what?
Cool, right? Oh, you want to try another one? All right, so another trick I have.
So tell me what some salt on.
We can do the salt next. So I have my crayon trick. Next, I will show you the salt trick. This is just table salt, regular table salt like you would have in your salt shaker. So for this trick, no, don't eat it right now. For this trick, you actually need to do the painting first. So I'm going to give you a really big brush because you want a big area. And I'm going to take this, I'm going to choose a different color. So I am actually going to rinse out my brush. You can dip yours in, John. I'm going to wipe it, dab it, and maybe I'll go with purple this time. What color are you going to go with?
Purple too.
Oh, you're going to do purple too? All right. I'm going to do, now you have to move quick with this one. I need a little bit more water.
Why?
You have to move really quick with this one. Oh, good. I'm going to help you. I'm going to give you some more, okay? Oh, that's good. All right, are you ready?
Yes.
Now we take the salt while it's still wet. It has to be still wet. And I'm going to sprinkle it
that does
on
not
there.
look like an explosion.
Oh, I know, but wait. Oh, not too much. Not too much. Just a little sprinkle. Now I can take your paintbrush again. Get a little water. Dip it in. And you can kind of paint over the salt also. And you'll notice that the salt starts to soak up the water a little bit, and it does this really cool, almost snowflake-like effect. I'm sorry, I was really close to the camera there. I see. It does this really cool snowflake-like effect. My kids and I did this when we made our winter scenery for our plate. We're not eating any salt right now. That would be gross. All right, last one. Are you ready?
When can I eat it?
For lunch. The last thing we're going to do is using rubbing alcohol. Now, I will tell you guys this, my boys and girls who are my students and any other little kids, this is not something that you need to be using on your own without a grown-up. This is something that should be kept in a medicine cabinet. It's something...
I'm gonna play.
It's something that should be kept put away. So this is something you're going to see my bar pop up. Mom and dad or a grown-up, grandma, whoever you're with needs to help you with this. Rubbing alcohol is going to do the opposite of the salt. The salt is going to push or soak water up. The rubbing alcohol, can you sit down for a minute, please? Thank you. Is going to push, it's going to repel the water, kind of like the crayons did. Are you ready? Last color.
Yes.
All right, dip your brush in. I'm going to choose red this time. What color are you going to choose?
I'm going to choose yellow.
Oh, okay, cool.
I like it.
You got a lot of water on that, bud. Let's paint in a place where there's no salt, okay?
Why?
So maybe over here, because we don't want the salt to mess with what we're going to do with the rubbing alcohol. Now this is something I'm going to do a really controlled version of this. I'm going to help John with it. If you feel like you're going to get messy with this, you can also take this one outside. So I'm going to take this other brush and have a little thing of alcohol. Are you ready? I'll splatter yours too.
Why?
So I'm going to take this, holding my finger out, and I'm just going to kind of hit it.
Yeah.
Cool, huh?
Yeah, that was like...
Remember, the salt soaked the water up, but the rubbing alcohol kind of pushes it away. So it creates these cool little, I told John they look kind of like little explosion bubbles, don't they? And I'll hold it up so you guys can see it even a little better. So it creates this cool splatter effect from pushing the water out. So again, 3 really cool techniques that you can do. We have crayon resist. We have table salt, soaking it up and giving that crystal effect. And then we have rubbing alcohol, which you should have probably in your medicine cabinet. It can give it a really cool splatter look. So I hope that you guys can experiment today with watercolors. You can go, you can go play. So I hope that you guys can experiment with watercolors a little bit today. If you don't have watercolors at home, I did look online. There's some really good recipes. Can you take that back to your room for a minute, John? Yep, just go ahead and walk, and I'll be right back there with you, buddy. They have some really great recipes online, especially on Pinterest, where you can make watercolors with food coloring and some other ingredients in your kitchen, like I believe baking soda, flour. So if you don't have, real watercolors that you've purchased from a store, you can make some and just kind of experiment and go crazy a little bit with it. I hope you guys really enjoy this and have a little bit of sciencey kind of art fun today on Saturday. Tomorrow, John and I will be back making sun catchers, and I hope that you will send me your beautiful watercolor pictures. You can post them on Dojo if you're one of my Okra students. You can send them to me on Facebook, or you can send them or tag me on Instagram or Twitter at CS Riley Teach. And I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Bye.